Hello, I sitting here with Mercedes Walker. She's a young lady that grew up in the Central Florida area, and she has given her life to the Lord. And I thought it would be good if we interview her so this can be put on the social media so that other young people can identify with her. Mercedes grew up in the Central Florida area, and she has decided among the things that she um, is doing for the Lord is to be a praise dancer. And I would like for Mercedes to just give us a interview or a review of how she came to the Lord and what she's doing at this point in time and where she would like to go from here in the Lord. Mercedes, I've noticed you being active here at the church, not only at the church but at other functions in the neighborhood. Can you tell me what is it, one thing, what you feel how you feel the Lord has led you to this?
First, I think really my leadership roles started here at church when I first started miming. It started there. I mimed at the time, that group is now called Eternal Praise. But, we were Eternal Praise. And me and Laisha, Alexis, Brandon, we all used to mime. And I just really liked it. I used to always want to cheer. I wasn't able to cheer. So this was, it was free, and I did it. It was free costly-wise. But I couldn't cheer at first because it was too costly. But I just started my leadership roles here. Me and Laisha would come up with moves and just be teaching. She would always say she didn't really have the patience to really just sit and teach.
Yes.
But I always sat and taught just because, I don't know, I did my best at that, so I thought it was important. And I never mind teaching because I want other people to portray those moves as if I was to portray them. So then that led to eventually me cheering, and I had leadership in cheerleading. I was the captain, and then I started coaching cheerleading. And then now I coach my own mind group, and I still coach cheerleading now. I coach high school cheerleading. So I think it all kind of play a role with each other. I think God leads me. At the time, I just realized, I was thinking it was something I like to do, but I kind of realized God is using me in these young girls' life, whether it's my cheerleaders or the girls that I coach on my mime team. So.
Well, I like to think of it, most people in society consider it as mime dancing, but I like to consider it as your praise ministry. And I like that you use the word leadership, because that's not something that we as black look to as being leaders, but we are leaders. And when you accept the Lord, then that gives you an even better outlook on society. So could you tell me, as the leadership ability that you have, how are you planning to implement this into our community?
Well, I realize that God has called me to be like a young leader, and I accept that. I accept it totally. And now I always pray and ask God for some type of direction. No matter what, everything I do, I acknowledge Him. Whether it's here miming or, in my leadership roles, which is here miming or me coaching my cheerleading team. And I always am something cheerleading. If they ask me anything, I give them a good, honest answer or a truth answer. And the truth is, to me, God's word. So if they ask me anything, even if it's about a boy, I'm like, nah, I'm young and I've been a teenager and I know you like boys, but the truth is, if that, and I tell them straight up, that's not important right now, or don't it's easy to get easily persuaded, but, I'll tell them there's nothing wrong with dating, but you gotta keep God first in that relationship. That's how I'm always some type of way trying to just lead them on a good path. It's hard to see other young girls or young men too just go through certain things. And me, I done been some places. So now if I see people younger than me, I'm like, well, let me tell you the lead that you should walk on. And I feel like I would rather be that good example, especially the little girls in the church, and even the boys that we got. I just learned to love them and my cheerleading team that I coach. So now since that love is there, I always want them to do the right thing. So I feel like if anything, don't follow nobody else on the street. And so I don't mind being the example that God wants me to be. So I keep God first, then why not use me, Lord, and show other girls they can keep God first too and live a good life. So that's what I think about it.
And also, I've noticed in you talking is that you use the word prayer. What would be a simple thing, since it's adults that really don't know how to pray, but we have the Our Father prayer that we pray to the Lord. What would you tell them to put in their prayer when they're praying to the Lord? A simple version.
A simple version.
Dealing in our society, because you intermingle with what's going on out there now.
All right. Well, when I first, I always remember every prayer. I always remember all of them. And when I first started praying, I remember I was young. And I remember praying. First I would do the general prayer, Our Father who art in heaven. And then I would say, well, Lord, bless my family, friends, and everybody in the world. That's when I was younger. Now, as I grew up, it's kind of like a more personal relationship. I pray for him to strengthen me. I pray for God to use me in the mighty way. And just, if anybody gonna use me, I'd rather God use me than some other person, some boy that don't really love me, or some fake friends, or, anything. If anybody use me, I'd rather the Lord use me. So I pray for that. I pray for God to use me, or things that I don't understand. If I'm going through a certain situation, I ask God, no, Lord, decrease me, Lord, and increase you. Because I humble myself, Lord. I realize I don't know anything, and I just put all my trust in you. And when that problem does come, give me the strength to face it and get through it with faith. I pray for things like that. Just things that are going to keep me uplifted.
Okay, our prayer has been with Mercedes, and will be with Mercedes as she goes through her walk in life. And, she's on Facebook, and we would like, and there will be notes at the bottom of this how you can connect with her or with myself. Thank you for listening.